So there's a meeting that many people are anticipating, and that meeting will be between President Ramaphosa and President Trump. And it is official. We know that soon President Ramaphosa will be headed to the United States to meet the man himself. So, first of all, I don't want Donald Trump to give Ramaphosa the Zelensky treatment. This is my worst nightmare. It was so bad with Zelensky. I don't think the man will actually get over the humiliation that he suffered in White House. This is something that will actually stay with the Zelenskys for generations to come. And I wouldn't want the same to happen with President Ramaphosa. I may not be a fan of Ramaphosa, but I'm a South African first. And Ramaphosa is the president of the country that I love so much. And it wouldn't be a good look for Ramaphosa to be violated, because this is what Donald Trump, Marco Rubio, and J.D. Vance did to Zelensky. They violated Zelensky and turned him into a global joke. I mean, guys, it wouldn't be a good look for us. It wouldn't be a good look. And I know that there are people that are saying that, yes, now that Ramaphosa will be meeting Donald Trump, we want Donald Trump to invite the American media so that they can humiliate Ramaphosa in front of the whole world. This is what other people are saying. And I'm saying that, guys, be careful. Be careful what you wish for. Because if this meeting between Donald Trump and Cyril Ramaphosa goes the way that you want it to go, that is going to garner the support for the ANC. You need to understand that if Donald Trump, Marco Rubio, and J.D. Vance violate Ramaphosa in front of the whole world, that is going to garner the support for the ANC. People are going to sympathize with Ramaphosa. They are going to sympathize with the ANC, and they will vote for the ANC. And all of this work that we have done, it would actually be for nothing. It would be for nothing. So, for the sanity of this country, for the survival of this country, I hope that the meeting between Donald Trump and Ramaphosa, it goes out well, so that we can continue our work of getting rid of the ANC. We must never lose focus. We must continue our work of getting rid of the ANC. But if Donald Trump actually humiliates Ramaphosa, that is him garnering the support for the ANC, and many people will actually regret it. They will regret it. So you don't want Ramaphosa to be humiliated in front of the whole world to see. So we know that, guys, for a very long time, there's been tension between the Trump administration and Ramaphosa administration, mainly because of that International Court of Justice. We know that South Africa has basically taken Israel to the International Court of Justice, accusing them of committing a genocide in Gaza. And funny enough, right now, we have the American government accusing the South African government of committing genocide in South Africa. Like, this is a mess. This is a mess. South Africa is accusing Israel of genocide. Now, Americans are accusing South Africa of genocide. So, what is this genocide that countries are now accusing each other of? What is this genocide? Because this has been a debate for a very long time. So, I want us to actually look at the meaning of genocide, because every time when you listen to the debates about Israel and Palestine, you will hear people saying that, okay, we say that this is a genocide because of 1, 2, 3. And there are people that are saying that, guys, this is not a genocide because of 1, 2, 3. And the same thing is actually happening in this country. So let's read what a genocide is so that everybody can actually make up their own mind. So a genocide, it is the deliberate and systematic destruction of a racial, ethnic, religious, or national group in a whole or a part. The term was coined in 1944 by Raphael Lemkin, combining geno, which is race or tribe, and side, from Latin, which is killing. It is not just mass killing, it is the intent to erase a group's existence, including their culture, identity, or way of life. Genocide is the deliberate and systematic destruction of a racial, ethnic, religious, or national group in a whole or in part. The term was coined in 1994 by Raphael Lemkin, combining geno, which means race or tribe, and side, which means killing. It is not just mass killing, it is the intent to erase a group's existence, including their culture, identity, or a way of life. So, the United Nations defines genocide in the 1948 Convention on the Prevention and Punishment of the Crime of Genocide Act as committed with the intent to destroy in whole or in part a group through, number 1, killing members of the group. Number 2, causing serious body or mental harm. Number 3, creating life conditions aimed at physical destruction. Number 4, preventing birth within a group. Number 4, forcibly transferring children to another group. The United Nations defines a genocide in 1948 Convention on the Prevention and Punishment of the Crime of Genocide Act as such as committed with the intent to destroy in whole or in part a group through, number 1, killing members of the group. Number 2, causing serious body or mental harm. Number 3, creating life conditions aimed at physical destruction. Number 4, preventing birth within a group. Number 5, forcibly transferring children to another group. Examples include the Holocaust, the Nazi extermination of Jews, the Rwandan genocide, the Tutsi massacres in 1994, and the Armenian genocide in 1915 to 1923. Genocide often involves propaganda, dehumanization, and state or a group organized violence. It's a crime under international law, prosecutable by bodies like the International Crime Court. Genocide include the Holocaust, or genocide, or the examples of genocide include the Holocaust, the Nazi extermination of Jews, the Rwandan genocide, the Tutsi massacres in 1994, and the Armenian genocide from 1915 and 1923. A genocide often involves propaganda, dehumanization, or a group or organized violence. It's a crime under international law, prosecutable by bodies like the International Criminal Court. So this is what a genocide is. This is what a genocide is. And speaking about genocide, yesterday, Donald Trump actually said something. Guys, we know that soon South Africa will be hosting a G20 summit. So Donald Trump says that he won't attend the G20 meetings unless South Africa fixes the genocide of white Afrikaners. This is what Donald Trump says. Trump says that he won't attend the G20 meeting unless South Africa fixes the genocide of white Afrikaners. The article continues to say that the United States President Donald Trump says he won't be traveling to South Africa to attend the G20 Leaders Summit in November if the country doesn't fix what he believes is a genocide of white Afrikaners. On Monday, International Relations Minister Ronald Lamola said all the bloc's leaders are invited to attend, and it would be up to them to decide whether they come or not. But just hours later, speaking at a White House press conference, Trump appeared doubtful that he would be making the trip. The United States is due to take over presidency of the group of 20 nations from South Africa at the end of the year. But Trump's cabinet has been boycotting meetings in response to Trump's claiming bad things are happening in the country, including the land grabs and indiscriminate killings of white South Africans. Quote, this is what Donald Trump said. South Africa leadership is coming to see me, I understand, sometimes next week, and we are supposed to have a G20 meeting there or something. I don't know how we can go unless that situation is taken care of. Trump said that the arrival of 49 white Afrikaners in the US on Monday was because they are allegedly under attack in South Africa. And this is not something that Donald Trump used to use before. Allegedly, because this guy is so bold. He wouldn't say allegedly. He wouldn't say allegedly, but now he's starting to use the word allegedly. Quote, Trump says that people who live in South Africa, they say it is a terrible situation taking place. So we have essentially extended citizenship to those people to escape that violence and come here. People who live in South Africa, they say it is a terrible situation taking place. So we have essentially extended citizenship to those people to escape that violence and come here. In a response to a query from Eyewitness News, the U.S. State Department said it continues to process inquiries for asylum at its embassy, giving priority to those subjected to unjust racial discrimination. So, I believe that this is Trump basically adding the fuel to the fire, man. He's basically adding the fuel to the fire. And yesterday, the deputy president of the country, Paul Mashatile, said that, no, man, we know that President Ramaphosa will be headed to the United States. And we hope that President Ramaphosa will be able to convince Donald Trump to come to South Africa to see it for himself that there is no white genocide that is happening in the country. We understand that there are people that are whispering in his ear to say that Donald Trump, people are being slaughtered in South Africa, man. There is a white genocide in South Africa. But there is no white genocide in South Africa. And Paul Mashatile says that he hopes that President Ramaphosa will be able to convince Donald Trump to come to South Africa to see it for himself instead of just relying on the advisors.
Well, when the president decides to visit the U.S., he will invite President Trump to come here so that he can see our beautiful country, see that there is no genocide here. We are beautiful, happy people, black and white, working, living together. So I hope he will accept the invitation to come, because I think he's being lied to. There is no genocide.
Thank you very much, ladies and gentlemen. Can I please?
And guys, I don't know if it is me or what, but it seems like the international pressure is starting to mount on the South African government. Because you remember yesterday, we were reading the response of the South African government about the 49 Afrikaners that have left this country to live in the US. And if you listen to that response of the South African government, it is totally different from what the comrades have been saying on television. Because if you listen to the comrades on television, they are saying that, no, man, we don't care. These people, they can leave South Africa. We don't care. If you don't want to live here anymore, you can go. But that statement actually exposed that behind the scenes, the government is quite concerned about these people that are living the country. So they have actually contacted the US to say that, guys, are you seriously taking our people from us? Are you seriously processing these people to come to live in the US as refugees, man? Like, this is totally unacceptable, because what you guys are doing, it is wrong. It is wrong. So behind the scenes, the government is quite concerned about the people that are living the country, because I think they understand that maybe those 49 people are the first batch and there are more people coming to live. And that actually worries them. It actually worries them. That's why behind the scene, the tone is different from when you listen to the comrades speak outside. And funny part is that South Africans, I don't know if South Africans are allergic to research or what. You will hear South Africans echoing what the politicians are echoing, that no, we don't care, man. We don't care if anybody leaves this country, man. They don't care about the kind of image that actually gives to us as a country. No, we don't care if these people leave the country. But the same government, the same politicians that are making them believe that they don't care if people leave the country, behind the scenes, they are actually concerned about the people that are living the country. They are concerned about living the country. So I don't know if it is just grandstanding, or do these people actually think that this is what the South Africans need to hear. Because me personally, guys, if I was maybe up there with the likes of Cyril Ramaphosa, I was going to say that, guys, we're going to be brutally honest with the people of this country that we don't want anybody to leave. We don't want anybody to leave. We want us as South Africans to be able to fix the problems that are facing us, instead of just going out to the media with the loud microphones and saying that people must leave the country, and giving the people the impression that we are okay with the people leaving, when we know for a fact that we are not okay with the people leaving the country. I don't know why these people are not being honest with the people of this country. And I think that would actually do a lot of justice. But I think it's because they have actually divided the country so much that they think about coming out and saying that, okay, we don't want these people to leave. They think that the same people that have supported them with their divisiveness are actually going to turn on them. It is a mess, man. It is a mess, and it is quite sad to see, man. It is quite sad to see. So I don't know, guys, how do you think the meeting will go between Donald Trump and President Ramaphosa? How do you think that meeting will go? I've said my piece, guys. I hope that the meeting goes out well, because we have to be careful that if Donald Trump actually does something to Ramaphosa, it is going to garner the support for the ANC. It is going to garner the support for the ANC. Even Donald Trump saying that there is a wide genocide that is happening in the country, it is already garnering the support for the ANC. And this is not something that we want as the people of this country. The people of this country, we have worked so much to get rid of the ANC. And now, Donald Trump, with the rhetoric, pushing the people into the hands of the ANC. I mean, guys, we don't want that to happen. We don't want to happen. And this is a very delicate situation. This is a very delicate situation. And we want us to continue our work of getting rid of the ANC so that this country can actually become better. We want to get rid of the ANC. But I don't think we're going to get rid of the ANC if Ramaphosa is humiliated in front of the whole world. That one, I'm telling you for now, all those people that are actually wishing that Ramaphosa be humiliated in front of the whole world, guys, you will regret your wish. You will regret your wish, but those are just my opinions. So please tell me what you think in the comment section. Don't forget to hit that like button and the most important part, subscribe. My name is Thomas Mabaso. I will see you next time. Bye-bye.